Hi guys, I'm Ayushi, your mentor for law entrance exams, and welcome to Law Digest. Now you must be aware the notification for ALET 2021 is out. That is the exam that is conducted by National Law University of Delhi for the purposes of entrance to its BA LLB program of 5 years. Now this exam is going to be conducted on 2nd of May 2021. Yes, on 2nd of May, this exam is going to take place, which is a Sunday. And this exam is a good opportunity for all those people who are looking forward to make a career in law. Now, in this video, we are going to discuss that how do we need to prepare for this exam. I already have a video separately on ALET where I have discussed what is the paper pattern, how many seats are there. So for the sake of brevity, I won't mention everything that is there in that video. I will link it here. You can go and watch the same. The basics I'll just tell you. So the exam that takes place is of 150 questions. It comprises of 150 questions and there's a negative marking of 1/4 marks. So 1 mark is awarded for every correct answer and 0.25 is deducted for every wrong answer. So that is your whole paper pattern that you need to know. Apart from this, there are 80 seats that are there, which are divided into different categories, general, OBC, etc., and foreign nationals that you can look up in that particular video. And also, if we look at the cutoff of this year, 2020, so looking at this exam is of 150 marks. So to be on a safer side, looking at the cutoff trend, you need to score 75 plus. That should be a target, though normally I generally say that 60% of the marks should be your target for any entrance exam that you're looking at to be on the safer side, that is 90 marks. So try to keep your aim for 90 marks so that even if the cutoff goes higher than 75, you don't really face issues. Now, how to go about this exam? The syllabus is laid out here. Now, looking at the weightage, for English, there will be 35 questions, for legal 35, logical reasoning 35, then GK 35 and maths 10 questions. So as we see here, we know that all these 4 areas are of equal importance. So we need to give equal importance to these areas, and maths is of a relatively less weightage. So the preference that need to be given to maths is a little lower than the others. Though obviously I would say do not ignore maths because these are simple questions, basic questions of elementary level are asked, and these are, your direct short marks that you can obtain. Now, speaking of English, for English, what you need to do? English make the kind of questions that come are like RC, reading comprehension, idioms, phrases, verbs, grammar, synonyms, antonyms. All these type of questions are asked, and for this what you can do is that there are different books. Firstly, you can look at NCERTs. By NCERTs, I mean your grade 8 to 12th books you can look at for your English. Then for grammar, you can check Wren and Martin, and for your vocabulary, there is a book by Norman Lewis called Word Power Made Easy. So these are the books that you can consult for English. And apart from that, you can look on the internet as well. You can practice as much questions as you want. There are a lot of self-guides available. You can pick up any of the self-guides that are available in the market, be it Universal, Single, AP Bharadwaj, anything you can pick up for the purposes of practicing questions. Now coming on to the legal part. Now in legal, what is essentially asked is your legal reasoning and your legal current affairs. So if you will see your legal reasoning, for your legal reasoning, you do not need to know the concepts. The only thing that you need to know in your legal reasoning is your constitution. You need to be aware about your constitution. What is the constitution? What are the provisions of the constitution? Coming to other laws like contract, tort, IPC, your criminal and civil laws, you do not need to have in-depth understanding of the same as you may require for a 3-year LLB program in exams like DO LLB or BHU. There you are required to know these concepts, but for exams like ALET or even CLAT, you are simply not required to go into that much of depth. What you need to do is, for legal reasoning, you will have questions like principle and fact basis. So there what will happen is a particular principle will be given to you, that a proposition of law will be given to you, then some facts will be given to you, and you need to apply that particular principle on those facts to arrive at a reasonable conclusion. Now the answers may vary for everybody, but Here what the trick is that you just stick to what is given in the question. So whatever principle is laid down, you go by that particular principle only. Do not add or subtract anything from that. Just stick to the principle. However absurd, however weird it may seem, you have to apply that principle only to the facts. And if facts are silent on a particular point, you cannot assume them. If you feel that in order to reach to a conclusion, you must know these facts also, whether such and such condition was present or not. But believe me, such questions are not to be solved on the basis of your conceptual knowledge. You just need to solve it on the basis of your reasoning. Reasoning will come from the principle that is given. So it basically tests you how you are able to apply the proposition of law that is given to the facts of the case. I have certain videos on legal reasoning. There are certain golden rules that I have discussed, and we have practiced a lot of questions as well. You can look at those videos. I will link them up here as well. They will be good to go for you. And obviously, you can practice as many questions as you want. Now, there is one issue with the self-guides. The kind of questions that are given for legal reasoning, if you look at the answers, there's a lot of discrepancy there. So you have to be careful. If you look at that video, you'll get a clarity that what your answer should be. Believe me, if you will stick to those videos, you will understand what I'm trying to say. You will score well in this particular part, and you don't need to know your concepts for this. Further, legal current affairs is also a part of legal aptitude. I keep making videos on legal current affairs also. And also, you can obviously resort to newspapers. You can look at websites by yourselves also. Bar and Bench, Live and Law are good platforms to give you some updates on legal current affairs. And if you feel that there is too much effort required to acquire things from here and there, what you can do is you can go to our website www.lawdigest.in and look out for the same. Next is your logical reasoning. Now in logical reasoning, there are certain concepts that are covered, the questions that you need to practice here. So basically logical reasoning is about practice only. You must understand that how you need to approach a question, and further you need to practice questions. That is how your logical reasoning will get prepared. The questions, they come from topics like your blood relations, family relations, sequence and series, directions, your puzzles. All these things are there. You can opt for basic books like R.S. Agarwal for the same, and you can practice the questions from there. If you're taking a self-guide, that is also fine. Your logical reasoning questions can be covered from there as well. Now coming on to next section is GK. Now your GK comprises of static GK as well as current affairs. If we speak of A-Late, the proportion of static GK that is asked is comparatively lower than your current affairs. You really need to be well versed with your current affairs when we speak of A-Late, because they are really fond of current affairs and they ask good questions on current affairs. For that, what you can do is you can read newspapers daily, you can look on the internet, and you can do daily current affairs on the internet, or you can subscribe for any monthly series that is there. We also have our current affairs series available on our website if you want to check, or there are many other websites that you can look on the internet. They will also provide you with daily current affairs. Now your static GK, for your static GK, what you can do is there is a book called Lucent that you may refer, but Abhi, I would say that complete other sections first. If you have good amount of time in your hand, then go through your Lucent properly. Otherwise, what you can do is just practice some amount of questions on static GK. Don't go too much into static GK because the proportion is comparatively lower. Current affairs is asked more. Then coming on to maths. Maths, I already said initially that the weightage is 10, though you should not ignore because these are your short marks. So for maths, what you can do is you can again opt for your NCERTs. You can look for your grade 6 to 10th NCERTs and you can just practice some questions from there, learn some formulas and get to understand that how you need to approach a question. So the question in this area will be of very elementary level from your topics like ratios, averages, percentages, profit and loss, simple interest, compound interest, probability. So all these concepts that we studied back in school, you need to brush up those. So with this, we come to the end of this video. We have discussed what all needs to be done and how it needs to be done. What are the sources that you need to look at? Obviously, as I mentioned earlier, you can look at what ALIT exam is about and how it is conducted, you can go through their website. You can look at NLU Delhi official website. I'll post a link in the description if you want, and you can look there. The forms they are saying that will come in January, so just be updated with the website. Keep visiting the website regularly, although I'll be posting whenever, as and when the update comes, I will be posting on my channel, on my community post, WhatsApp, Telegram, everywhere. So you really don't need to worry. You won't miss out any dates or anything as such. Needless to say, if you're looking for regular updates and notifications, what you can do is you can subscribe to this channel, press the bell icon, so that whenever I come out with a video or any notification that comes on the channel, you also receive automatic notification for the same. And if you have any query based on this video, you can mention the same in the comment box below and I'll be happy to help.